Hey you guys, so let's see here. This is the update for weeks 3 and 4 of me being in school. So week 3, we basically just learned how to do men's haircuts. We learned 12 basic men's haircuts, and at like the end of the week, like Thursday, Friday-ish, they were pretty much just like, well, we're not gonna get to really buzz him, so go ahead and do your own creative styles. So I pretty much just decided to leave a little bit of hair in front, and so this is my Jake doll. This is the only male doll you will get. So if you want to get like a different doll, you will have to purchase him. And so basically, he is pretty much tapered and, well, shaved around the perimeter and the crown area and in the front. Some people have called this his mohawk section. He just has hair. So, he just has hair. He was supposed to basically just be completely bald by now, but like I said, we never really finished all that we were learning. So they pretty much just kind of let us go free and just kind of do what we wanted to do. But we did have to show them in like one quad that we knew what they were talking about. So with our class, some problems we were having was finding the guide, and because you like make a guide and you have to follow that guide around the perimeter of the hair basically, and so it might go from the crown down to the nape of the neck, or it might go all the way around the head. So basically, like I said, when we were doing like our layered looks or our I think it's called the graduated layer look. When we were doing certain looks, all I know it was we were doing the bowl cut at the time. We were supposed to be learning how to do the bowl cut. And so some people, I guess they get the bowl cut and they get a fade or whatever. And so we were practicing that, and we didn't really go far with that. Most people were just like, no, I don't want my doll to look like that. So we kind of had to show them we got the gist of it. And so that Saturday, basically, we had models come in. We gave them haircuts. I ended up doing bowl cuts with fades. I ended up doing a mohawk. I ended up doing pretty much a lot of like shape ups. A lot of people who had their hair already kind of like cut previously, they just kind of want to get their hair shaped up. And also, by the way, when you go and you have to have people come in on Saturday, because that's your only salon day. When you're a newbie, Saturday is your salon day. That's your money day, as they call it, money day. Yeah, that's your money day. So, you do have to also, like I said, get your own clients. They do not give you clients. They do not, excuse me, they do not, really help you get clients. I am always overbooked because I purposely do that. So I usually, like, I have like 16 people. Well, not everyone really does find people. There are people who purposely just don't want anyone to come in. But I usually do at least 12 to 13 people. You're only required to do one person. So just so you know, don't freak out. Like if you're thinking about going to cosmetology school, don't freak out. You're only required to do one person, one look. You choose the look you do, but you're only required to have one. And you do not get extra credit if you bring in 1,000 people. Okay, I bring in a lot of people because for one, it's practice for me, and for two, I am going into more of being a colorist. I'm not really going into just being a hairstylist. Um, ew. I'm going into being a hair colorist. So my goal is more driven towards coloring the hair than it is cutting. I don't really like cutting. I can't. I'm not one for cutting hair. I don't, have fun cutting hair, put it that way. So yeah, but it is true. Once you really do it a couple of times, it does become fun. it does become a lot of fun. Because at one point I hated doing mohawks. I just couldn't stand doing a mohawk. It was too much time. Well, once I did a mohawk in a color, I was like, wow, this is pretty fun. So it really just depends on you and how much effort you really put into it. A lot of things are going to be boring when you first start, like scalp treatments for one. Boring as heck, your hands are going to cramp up. And what I tell people, when your hands cramp up, even if you're cutting the hair, your hands cramp like oh, it cramps up. But what you want to remember is to hold your scissors how they tell you to, and if you're doing that and your hands are still cramping up, like mine, then that kind of means to me it's kind of like pace yourself, you know, pace yourself, because you don't want to get carpal tunnel. You do not want to have your person sitting in your chair for 30, 50, 60, 80,000 minutes and you're in the same spot, because that happens to people. So, me, and also, I'm kind of one of those fake it till you make it people, to where I will just be doing my own thing, and I grab an instructor when I need one. But up until that point, I just let the person know, hey, I got you, I can do it, no problems. And that's typically the way it is anyway. So I don't have a lot of worries, but it depends. It really depends. The haircut thing, like I said, we went through it so quickly to where it was kind of a blur. So I went and got basically a book that's basically about men's haircuts, and they do give you a book with the steps of how to do the men's haircuts, but there are some haircuts that are just like not even in the book that men do get, and different ways about going about doing them. So week 4 basically was actually thermal styling. So we were using our ethnic doll, and I love thermal styling. Okay, I am not gonna beat it to the ground. I love it. But what I hated was the fact that half the class forgot to bring their mannequins to school, which meant that a lot of us had to share. Um, oh my gosh. Yeah, all of us had to share. And so, because if you're not really careful and you're not really, in my opinion, being serious about what you're doing, you will burn the hair. That's just kind of the way I see it. It is human hair. It is human hair. But this human hair is not like any other kind of human hair out there. It's just not like any other kind of human hair. So if you're not careful, you will make mistakes that on a human person would jump up and kill you. Okay? If a black woman was sitting in your chair and she's seen her hair burn the way that these mannequin hair burns, she'd kill you. Because that's not a piece of her hair. That's like this much hair coming out because you burned it. And it's dead and it's brittle. So my mannequin head, my ethnic one, has like 16 spots in her head that are just missing hair. And so to me, of course, it makes me upset, because it's like, you're sharing a doll with someone. This person's doll is at home in great condition, whereas your doll is just looking raggedy. So I thought what they were going to do was just be like, hey, since you left your doll at home and you messed up this person's doll, this is now your doll. Bring, and then like the doll you have at home, bring that doll and give it to the person whose doll you had to use because you left yours at home, so that we could kind of like have a chance to mess our dolls up on our own, not share a doll and have our dolls look like they were drugged through the ringer. Because the way I look at it this way, okay, the rule is if you do leave your stuff at home, you go home and get it. When is that rule going to actually be enforced? I don't know. All I know is that I was a little hurt, I think, more so, because these dolls are not cheap. You can find these dolls for like $40, $60, $80. But overall, it's kind of like you buy your doll, you all pay for your dolls in the beginning. So why, so to me, it was kind of like, why should my doll look all jinky because I had to share my doll? And I know I'm playing with my hair just too much, but It's really hard to not play with it. It's really, really hard not to. But yeah, I mean, those were like weeks. Those were like basically the weeks that have passed. There's only been 3. And today's Christmas. And I'm tired actually today. I am really, really tired. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, school is going really good. So, I mean, I don't have many complaints. Um, I bought this hair piece probably a couple of days ago, and she had so many wavy curls. I couldn't stand it because like last time I had a hair piece that was this long. Like, let me show you how long she really is. Like last time I had a hair piece that was like this freaking long was, I don't know, maybe a half a year ago, or a year and a half ago, sorry, a year and a half ago. So it's been a really long time. So getting used to all the hair and everything is getting kind of hard. But I do different styles with it all the time, and usually whenever I go out, I style it so that the curls are like ginormous Kim Kardashian curls. But I do love my side bangs, as you can all tell. I love my side bangs. And I'm still a little bit sick, so my voice is all jacked up. But, yeah, I mean, I've got like 3 days off of school that I pretty much get off anyways, because we only go to school Tuesday to Saturday, 8:30 to 4. So getting Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off really isn't a big deal, because I go to school Tuesday. And for the fifth week of me going to school, we're going to be doing manicure. So I'm only going to be taking half my kit. If you watched my What's in My Kit or my Cosmetology kit 2011, you'll see the last, so you can like skip all the other stuff if you want. But like the very last picture is the rollabout, I believe. So I'm going to be just taking the top part to school, because all that stuff, is a detachable. So all I need is like my manicure set, because we're going to be doing pedicures, manicures, and yeah, I'm excited about that. I really actually am excited about that. So like I said, just let me know if there's anything you're curious about or videos that you want. Most of the time you guys inbox me, which is fine. If you want to inbox me, that's fine. Don't forget that I also have my WordPress account still, so I'm going to put that link at the bottom, or I'm going to put it somewhere on this video. Excuse me. And thank you for watching, and have a very good day. Bye-bye.